All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce to the stage the foundation of originating quality energy storage projects. Sounds like a really, really great presentation. I'm excited for it. Joe Tassone Jr. is the Vice President of Project Development. Joe is a VP of Project Development and the co-founder of Above Grid LLC. He has over 23 years of experience directly developing thousands upon thousands of projects. I think Joe's going to really knock the ball out of the park here. So let's give Joe a big round of applause.
I'm just trying to emphasize the case in point, the importance of pre-development and developing a project, and how essential it is to develop relationships with property owners. And that's going to be really at the crux of the presentation. And what connects us all? Everybody in this room here, we got some engineers, I'm sure, developers, people in charge of policy, research, design. But at the end of the day, when you really boil this down to what we do, we're professional real estate developers. I know that seems kind of crazy, but there's not much difference what we do than the person out there developing towers, the company that's searching for sites for Waffle Houses, right? What are they looking for at the end of the day? The only thing that differentiates us is we have a set of criteria, maybe good substations, good circuits. We don't worry about traffic counts so much or demographics per se. So I like to approach this business in developing so many projects over the years as that we are professional real estate developers in this business. Good technology and design, a path to permitting, and real estate. You could have the best technology, the best policies, the best engineering in the world, but we don't have the piece of real estate. We have nothing. States could be giving away free batteries, right? How great would that be? Instead of spending $1 million, they were free. Without having an underlying real estate, nothing could happen. Buildings can't be built, batteries can't be built, PV can't be built. View this as like building a house, right? You start off, the first step, the first part of due diligence that we do is like putting the foundation in the ground on a house or a building. If that foundation is weak, trying to fix it when you're putting the roof down is going to cost a lot more money and a lot more time, and you may not have a project at the end. So doing the preliminary due diligence, the next thing, identifying parcels that work. Depending on the area, sometimes you have 20, sometimes you have one, trying to find the best parcels, really depending on what you want to do as a developer, your client wants to do, the utility wants to do. And then make contact, mail, email, phone calls, never give up. I like to play by the quote, failure is the path of least persistence. A couple takeaways here, there's actually two. One of them I don't have up, but know the market. Development is a local game. I've tried to go to markets where I didn't know anything about it and realized that after spinning my wheels, you waste a lot of time and money. I see that happening a lot though. And the second thing is, and this is going to be, some people might think this is counterintuitive, but spend money in the beginning of the project. When the project's ready to be built and you have the interconnect agreement, you have zoning permitting in, write a check for 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand to fix something. Not a big deal. The investor's already lined up because you know the project's going to happen and it's going to be de-risked. But ask a client the day one of the project can have $1,000 to get a zoning analysis from a local attorney. This is real complicated, and you're going to get the pushback. You know, can I have $500? Can we spend a little money here, doing it right? Again, it's money you got to spend judiciously, but the amount of money and time you spend up front will pay off in spades throughout the life of the project. You can get more projects, more successful projects. Okay, the last part of this is really establishing trust, establishing a relationship with the property owner. I mean, going back to being developers, when you think about this, we all are approaching a stranger, right? Approaching a stranger, they don't know me, they don't know my company, they don't know anything about battery storage. Hey, we want to put something on your property for 20, 30, 40 years. Depending on the size of the project, it could be millions of dollars. I mean, think about that from that perspective. We're really putting a shopping mall on someone's property, a residential subdivision, when you equate dollars to dollars. And really developing from the first phone call to the end of the project, having a willing property owner, not to mention trying to get the person, whether it's a big corporation or whether it's a farmer, having them really sign on the dotted line takes a lot of work, and you need that person or persons through the process. And integrity, doing what you say you're gonna do. Don't overpromise, set the expectations right from the get-go. At the end of the day, people like doing business with people they like and who they have a relationship with, and establishing that relationship will definitely go a long way. And I hope I get this right. The amount of energy that hits the earth from the sun in 1 hour is equal to the entire energy consumption of humankind over a year period. And I Googled that like 3 times, right? Some people say 40 minutes, 2 minutes. So really, we're at the infancy of an energy revolution, and it's energy storage, how to store this energy, which is really the cornerstone of improving all of our lives, to hopefully one day maybe being grid dependent. And it's something that really starts with identifying the right project.